Hello, church. Bob Myers sharing with you today from Ecclesiastes chapter 2. And we're studying through the book of Ecclesiastes. And if we're not careful, this book could kind of cause us a little depression. It kind of has some places where it gets depressive. But don't let it do that to you. Don't let it get depressed. It's the Word of God. It's important. And it's God-breathed, God-inspired Word of God to us, His people. And Solomon was the wisest man, and he was so wise that he didn't let it die when he died. He wrote it down. He's sharing it with us. He's taken what God has given him, the wisdom, and he's distilling it and sharing it with us, and that's such a blessing. And as I read through Ecclesiastes and I study through this, I'm thinking that Solomon kind of took one for the team, because he said, I'm gonna find out if there's any value to some of these things that appeal to me. And he tried them, and he found out there wasn't any value other than serving God. And so, what a blessing it is to have that. You know, in Proverbs, where there was a verse that said, "Can a man hold fire in his bosom and not be burned? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg?" And those are parallel thoughts. So a wise person could say, well, let me see. Let me cook this egg. Let me hard boil this egg, and I'll just eat the white, and I'll see if there's any taste in it. And if the answer is no, there is no taste in the white of an egg, then I'm gonna believe and accept that the other premise, part of that premise, is true as well. That's kind of what we have here with Solomon. He's saying, I tried all this stuff, and it's vain, and it's empty, and it's no good. You don't have to, because I've tried it, and I tried it to the max. He didn't just try it a little bit. He tried it to the max. And so we have that in Ecclesiastes. In verse 2, he says at the beginning, I said in mine heart, go to now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure. And behold, this also, he said, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. We'll see how that works. Well, it didn't work out. He said, this is vanity. He said in mine heart, in verse 3, to give myself to wine. He said, well, I'll try wine. Wine's a good thing. So he drank a lot of wine. And he said, no, that's not it either. He said of laughter, it's mad, you know. So he tries all these different things, takes one for the team so that we don't have to. And he says at the end, you know, it's vanity. It's emptiness. It's not going anywhere. Verse 10, and whatsoever mine eyes desired, I kept not from them. He said, whatever I saw, I went after it. Money, goods, women, whatever. I went after it. And I went after it with gusto, and I went after it full speed and big, large, bigger than anybody around me. And I can tell you, not there, not there. I read just a bit of Cooper Kupp, who was the most valuable player on the Rams, the Super Bowl winning team, last night, Sunday night, rather. And I was reading part of his testimony, and he said, you know, I just take what I have and give it to God for His glory. I'm just out here living for God's glory. What a testimony. Here's a man who has a lot, everything the world looks for, fame, accolades, ability, and he's serving God with it. That's Solomon. When you get all done, just serve God. It'll work so much better for you. Ecclesiastes 2.